One of the advertisements for this show tags. I went on. Working round the clock in the red places. I don't wanna give up, but I know I gotta show up. Make the best of a tough situation. Tonight I'm gonna leave my kids behind. It's the weekend, my time to be free. Have some fun. Give the summer some. It's time to take the night away. It's the night away. In my dream, we gon' party. We gon' make a dawn. Take the night away. My kids behind. Order me a drink and got more for you too. Take it to the head, just in time for round two. Let's go for shots up, 'cause I really wanna turn out. Get my step and my groove all the way on. Baby, tonight, let's get down. We're gonna party all night. Let's have another night. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Take the night away. When my girls and my drink turn this into a little
There we go. Woke up this morning feeling a little blue. Wash my face and shake it off. There's way too much to do. And I'm free to move. Can't let the worries of the day mess up my groove. I'm gonna snap my fingers while I wave my hands, because the girls are looking sexy for our weekend plans. Step together and break some rules. Are you ready for the weekend? Wanna dance with you? Where my girls at? They at the door. And my boys are see you on the dance floor. Represent, grab your drink, 'cause it's time to play. And dance the night away. You down with Blaze and Gwenny? Then la-di-da-di. Watch your body, we came here to party. Never give up, gotta show up. If they ask you why you're here, tell them the storyteller session.
Cleveland Pop Entertainment presents the hit gospel stage play, Got a Good Woman, Saturday, September 29th. Fellas, if you got a good woman, you better treat her right, or she might turn on you.
If you gonna treat me like a tramp, well, put your money on the table.
2 big shows, 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m.
I've been a good wife to you.
You don't do nothing for me. I can pay a maid to do what you do.
Starring Jackie Christie from Basketball Wives, Hawthorne James, Big Red from the 5 Heartbeats, comedian Cool TLC, Pastor Rodney Maiden, featuring Thessalonian Turner, Royce Ruffin, Juanita Hawkins, hosted by Beverly Todd from the hit movie Lean on Me and Crash. It's at Garfield Heights Performing Arts Center, Saturday, September 29th. 2 shows, 3 p.m. and 7:30. For more ticket information, call 440-494-6242. It'll have you laughing in the aisle.
Baby, please, can't go home. Can't go home.
Got a good woman.
Coming Coming September 29th, the Great Lakes Black Authors Expo and Writers Conference. This all-day conference will be held at the historic East Cleveland Public Library starting at 10 a.m. The keynote speaker is nationally known writer and New York Times bestselling author Tiari Jones, author of An American Marriage, which is an Oprah Book Club selection and listed on President Barack Obama's summer reading list for 2018. The conference will be energy-packed with African drumming, workshops on publishing, marketing, and tips on writing for all genres. We will also have children's corners throughout the day with storytelling and book readings. So it is free to the public. Be sure to visit glbaexpo.com to register and reserve your free tickets. See you there.
You're listening to Elevations Radio, your station for uplifting lifestyle and wellness talk radio.
Views expressed on shows are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of these shows and all services provided therein are for personal use only. The Elevations Radio Network holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of information on these shows.
Hey fam, welcome to the Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reaves show here on elevationsradio.com, home of the best indie music you'll find online and some of the hottest talk shows on radio. I am your host, Greg Bam Reaves, and before I get started, I want to send prayers out to my partner in crime, Marsha Simpson, who's a little bit under the weather, so pray for her, you all. And speaking of crime, if you happen to have some criminal issues, contact Katz Law LLC. See my boy Sergi Katz at 675 Northfield Road, Bedford, Ohio 44146, and that's 216-313-0501. Now, with Katz Law, you get free consultation. That means you can call him up, tell him what the deal is, and he'll let you know, nah, they ain't worth it. Or he might say, come on in, sit down. And then they're going to continue correspondence with you. See, I know a lot of people like that file for like SSI. And I asked them like, what's going on? They're like, I don't know, my lawyer. No, see, you won't have to worry about that with Sergi Katz and Katz Law. They're going to keep you updated to what's going on with your case. And when you need us the most, Katz Law. That's www.katzlaw.com. And that's also, like I said, 675 Northfield Road, Bedford, Ohio, 44146. And you can call them at 216-313-0501. Katz Law. Hey, I just made that up. I was trying to be, fancy. So anyway, this is my 1-year anniversary show. Technically, I started September 7th of 2017. So we're a day early, but whatever. It was a Thursday, so it's been a year. And this year kind of flew by. So today, I'm going to talk a lot about me. Because that's what the show is about, my show. But before we get on that, it's a couple things I gotta, and Robin, please get on the mic for me. But there's some things we got to discuss. First of all, no, I want to say that one for later because it's a lot to that one. Phone lines are open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. Jeffrey Owens. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Elgin, whatever.
Elvin, yeah. For those that don't know, he was Elvin Thibodeau on The Cosby Show. He was married to the oldest daughter, Sandra. And recently, some shoppers took pictures of him because he was working at Trader Joe's. He was bagging groceries, and they were clowning him. And Tyler Perry saw this and offered him a job. I think that's cool and all, but his response was, Well, he didn't know if Tyler was really offering him a job or not. If you read it, he was clearly...
It was a tweet, so I mean...
Yeah.
I would see the confusion. I mean...
Yeah.
Just because somebody tweeted, I mean, it's... You know how Hollywood can be.
Well, it's like, you got to make the call and see. I mean, you're doing interviews saying you don't know. Like, have you reached out? Have you even... I don't see Tyler doing the...
I'm not saying that he was playing, but this is their field. Okay, what if I was just like, if I sent a tweet out and was like, yeah, Greg, I got a job for you.
I'm going to be knocking his door before you finish even typing it out.
I'm approachable, but
right.
How do you get a hold of Tyler Perry?
That's true. Well, if you're already in the business, I'm pretty sure.
Send a tweet back out like, hey.
Yeah, here's my number, dude. Like, DM me or something. I mean, why you just go put it out there? But I do get that. I get that why he wasn't quite sure. But my thing was, his response was, he wants, what do you call them? Not interviews, but... Auditions.
Right.
He said he wouldn't feel right just taking the job because of this. Dude.
Okay, now listen. Because people took pictures of him at Trader Joe's like, oh, look, he's darn near homeless.
Yeah.
He's a professor at a college. He's a Shakespearean-trained actor. So this was just a extra cash helping in his media job. So, yeah, he is a classically trained actor. He ain't one of us that's like, I'll take my big break when I can get it. He wants to do it legit.
And I get that, too, because, I mean, it's not like Cosby Show was the only thing he's done. He's done some other stuff. A lot of stuff. But I would think if you're in the industry and somebody of the stature of Tyler Perry called,
maybe
I'm taking a job. I'm sorry. Unless he want me to play something really stupid that I don't agree with, but I'm not going to say, I get it.
I think, there's a whole Screen Actor Guild Union. There's all these things in their field. There's probably a respect and a code there, too. And he's just like,
because there's a lot of actors that's haven't been seen in a long time. And, he don't want to jump over them in line or whatever.
He didn't say he would turn it down. He just said, well, I'll audition.
He said he wouldn't feel right just taking the job off of that, And I get it. I'm just saying. I'm a starving actor who's never acted in nothing. So I was
Tyler Perry.
Right. Tyler Perry, holla at your boy. I did send him a script one time.
Really?
Never got picked up. But anyway. So Jeffrey Owens, Elvin Thibodeau. Good luck to you, brother. I mean, you got a lot of publicity right now. Hopefully, you get some auditions off of this.
He got some other stuff up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Maybe he I'm trying to create some stuff.
That's right. I mean, you've been around a genius, despite
that.
He's still a genius. So
Erica Alexander got her own stuff going on.
Yeah.
Pam. She played Pam on the show.
Right.
She's also Maxine Shaw.
Right.
But she got I think her own her own studio and stuff that she's. So you never.
She's working with. Is it Netflix?
Netflix or Amazon, one of them two.
Yeah. Because one of my Facebook friends got a picture with her. Just met her recently at a conference, and it's a lot of people they have their little time in front of the camera, and then the rest of their life behind the camera doing big things. Yeah,
so you never know what he secretly is working on, what that Trader Joe's money is really going to.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's
that might have been research for a role.
Act like they saw him eating a can of dog food.
Right.
Oh my
God. That's when I first saw I just saw the headline. I didn't read the article yet, and when I'm like, you don't look like he's homeless or nothing. What is this about? I mean, he was clean shaven and he wasn't starving. So, but anyway, good luck, Jeffrey Owens, whatever you decide to do. So who won, Eminem or MGK?
See, I didn't hear Eminem stuff.
You didn't hear? Now see,
can't find Eminem's, but I just heard MGK's and I was like, oh.
This is where I'm confused because somebody posted the Eminem. And he
is it really?
He murdered him. But somebody was telling me this is an old Eminem, and that's why MGK did what he did. I'm confused as to
according to MGK's whatever. I'm old.
Yeah.
Whatever young boy, whatever his
the Shaker Heights boy.
According to his lyrics,
right.
Eminem responded to something old.
Right.
with this diss track. So now
because he supposedly said something about his daughter 6 years ago.
Okay.
So Eminem got this new, and everything I've heard so far is fire, for real. I'm a big Eminem fan anyway.
I am too, but I'm gonna say he might need to pass the reins on this one.
I don't know. You gotta hear. You gotta hear this one. I heard.
Dog them and respect them at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
you gotta hear this one that I heard.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, I gotta hear it. Then.
Yeah, phone lines over there 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Call in, let me know who won. Eminem, MGK, and this is the ironic part of it all.
And we got mumble rap. Go ahead.
We got two, right? Yeah, the two white guys in the game,
killing it. And we got
and you can understand every single word.
Mumble rappers. Now,
two white boys from Cleveland and Detroit.
Right.
Are owning the rap game right now.
Nobody from New York, nobody from the West Side.
No West Coast, no. I mean, Kendrick Lamar's still my boy and all that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about right now, this minute, this moment in time.
But the ones that's getting the mainstream as far as black artists is concerned.
Yeah.
Is
now Snow gonna come out with something, and all these white rappers gonna come out the woodwork with. They'll be dissing each other, and dissing each other kind of disses us because we ain't getting no love on the diss side. But now the Eminem, I mean, now that I got a caller. Caller, where you calling from?
I'm calling from the great city of Cleveland in the great state of Ohio.
Okay, what's your name?
Congratulations on 1 year on the air, my man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Yo.
That is whack.
I'm sorry.
Bub is down in the hurricane.
Oh, Bub down in the hurricane. Is he for real?
He out of town?
He went to New Orleans.
Oh, Lord.
And there's a hurricane.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's why are you laughing, man? That's not cool.
Because he's scared to fly. And he had to fly down there, and now he got to fly back. So,
oh, my goodness.
And it's funny to me. I story to tell for 50 years of friendship.
Right.
Save it
oh,
for
my
Saturday.
goodness.
Will you have a co-host by Saturday?
Yeah. Is he going to make it back?
I don't know. Unless he go, what's his name? I told him he better get a car and start driving. He can leave his wife.
Right.
She's from down there.
Oh, my goodness.
Hopefully Bub makes
it.
Right.
Let me ask you. You talking about this Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem stuff.
Yeah.
You what's the name? You should have had a special guest come in tonight, not them bombs. But I guess so. I'm trying to see what's going on with this feud. I mean, Eminem, he okay. Machine Gun Kelly, he gets some love because he's from here.
Right. Yeah.
Besides that, his work is not really that good.
Well, it's not that bad. I just wouldn't put him on par with Eminem. I don't think he's that bad compared to some of the other garbage I hear out here. But he's, in my book, he's not on Eminem's level. This track put him in the spotlight for right now. But I don't know how long that's going to last.
I think he did it.
No, he did. But I'm saying you got to hear this track from Eminem that I'm talking about. You will see, because
he won't. He got a long way to go before he catch up with Eminem's.
Right.
He could be like he could be Skittles or something. But he ain't never gonna be like Eminem.
He Machine Gun Kelly. Actually,
this dude. I mean. The thing that I would think about him the most was the Cavs parade. And I got pictures of him. He jumped up on like the street light thing because he was on the big float, and he was up there hanging up there.
I'm gonna tell you this
what
too.
What type of idiot are you?
Right. But I think he's a better actor than Eminem. I mean, he played a pretty nice role in The Land. Have you seen The Land?
No, I didn't.
That movie was filmed in Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
About some skateboarders.
Okay.
But he worked in a little corner store. And I thought he showed better acting chops than Eminem.
Right. I don't know.
I only seen him at 8 Mile, but I'm just saying.
I mean, with Eminem, and he's never, you know, been one of them type of rappers that want to cross over and be like a movie star.
Yeah.
So, you know, he did 8 Mile. He just was putting that out there because, you know, he was showing what he had to tread through to get to where he was at that time. So
yeah, he played himself.
But he never, you know, he's not Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, LL. You know, these guys they want to be actors,
multifaceted. They want to be Will Smith and Ice Cube.
Well, because I'm like this. Dr. Dre, I've seen him in some movies, some off the beaten path movies that he really did some good acting. And of course, we all know Ice Cube can act.
Oh yeah.
Now Will Smith and LL Cool J, they need to. I don't know where they need to go somewhere.
I'm not a big fan of LL's acting.
I want to say this. Tommy, remember Tommy from the Martin Show?
Yeah,
that's his birthday.
It's Tommy's birthday today, and he's not with us no more.
Yep.
And I just want him to rest in peace and have a happy birthday, and wherever he at,
that's right.
I hope he got a job.
Right. Oh, y'all, guess what? It's my mama's birthday, too.
Oh, happy birthday, mama. Yeah, that's right. I like that on Facebook. That's right.
Happy birthday, Mom.
And for all you ladies, it's Idris Elba's birthday, too.
Ow. Okay, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't got time for him.
I know. Well, you know, I gotta make the ladies happy.
Well, I guess I know my boy down there in the hurricane. He can't swim. He don't like to fly, and I'm gonna laugh for the rest of the month.
That is so bad. Yeah, that's right. We got to pray for Bug. You don't want to just be just a wax show.
He probably scared to death. He is scared to death. You laughing?
Yeah.
Oh well.
That's right. Y'all gonna have a lot to talk about Saturday.
Congratulations again on another year,
Thank
on
you
your
so
first
much.
year, and I want continued success. If my man make it back in the rowboat, then I'll let y'all know.
All right. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it.
All right. See you later.
All right. That's another one of our great hosts on elevationsradio.com. You can check them out Saturday on the Bub and Wax Show and Sunday on Reclaiming Our Health with Yavanka Hall. So, okay, so we're gonna have to get some more opinions on this Eminem and MGK.
But this would also be. Yes. I always think it's something staged. You know.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So somebody coming out with an album, maybe
Eminem just came out with one.
Right. So it's to bring the relevance and.
But wait a minute, this thing though, how MGK got a comeback like the day or the day after Eminem's album dropped?
I mean, it was so detailed.
Right.
So detailed down to what he wear and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
just like it just so happened, and I know this is probably one of your next topics. Just so happened that I'm at a restaurant. I went to 2 different places. They were at 2 different stations on. I was in the car. All of Bobby Brown's music's playing now. And then when I got to Bob Evans, all of Janet Jackson's old stuff is playing. I'm like, coincidence?
Right. So yes, that is the next topic. First of all, now I hadn't seen the Bobby show yet. I just kept reading posts about, I didn't know Bobby and Janet was All right, so, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, right, Bobby, you ain't. So yesterday I saw the first episode. No, the first episode of the show. And I'm doing something on my laptop, so I got the sound down on the TV. And I turn around and I see the Janet-looking girl. I'm like, okay, that must be what everybody's talking about, Janet. And next time I look up, they are getting it in like on the wall, on the floor, from the roof to the. I'm like, no.
Okay, so wait. With Janet he was, and with other people he was. I guess that's a big part of Bobby's story.
Yeah.
Is that he was, ain't nobody humping around. Yes,
right.
They were. Yes, he was. So that was one of the things about the first, was the soft pornishness of the movie. And initially my first thought was, ain't no way he got like that with Janet. But then I had to remember Janet's history. Janet is admittedly freaky. There was someone posted an old magazine cover with the 2 of them.
Yeah.
So it was true.
And then the years, and she ain't saying nothing. She hasn't said a word that I've heard.
Listen, I tell you, her music is playing. Old stuff is playing. This was planned.
Oh my goodness!
And then like there's what do you call them people now? Like they're kind of comedians, but they're on social medians or something.
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
What's the one that plays Kiki? That's the guy.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but he's funny.
Right, Blame It Okay is his Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
He got a video with Janet, and he was so excited that this was his dream come true. Now, her very first social media post ever was doing this little video thing with Kiki.
Really?
Yes, because he put that in his comments like this was her very first social media, and it was with me. So something is coming from Janet.
Yeah, I can see that because it's been a minute. Mm-hmm. Did she tour last year? Earlier this year?
I have no idea.
She toured earlier this year. Mm-hmm. One of my friends from the southern area, big Janet fan, posted a picture of her kind of dressed like Janet on her way to a Janet concert.
Okay.
I don't think it ever came here. I just remember that picture, but
mark my words, something's coming.
Yeah.
Something's coming. Probably reminiscent of like when you used to wait for the video to come out to do the dance moves.
Right.
Yeah.
And just to go back a little bit, the best thing with this Eminem MGK thing is it's some good rap.
It is.
I mean, rap that I actually kind of like.
Yeah, I can listen to it.
Yeah.
And I like when they tell. The reason I like Eminem is because he tells stories.
Yeah.
And so young boy, I can't never say his name.
MGK. That's the one from our town. You got to know his name.
I know him when people say it, but
right.
You know when the old people can't say a word like Frigidaire or something. Like I'm getting to that point of life. I can't say his name. So young boy, but they both told stories. I like that where you're listening for the.
Well, that's what rap used to be.
Yeah,
the telling of stories.
Yeah,
and speaking of not being able to say a word, I'm not illiterate, but I can't spell karaoke. And I think it's because we're pronouncing it wrong.
It's different depending on where you go to. Everybody ain't spelling it right.
I don't think we're saying it right because the way it's spelled is karaoke. 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 But because we always say karaoke.
Is it an English word? Where'd it come from? What's the derivation?
I have no idea. All I know is every time I get ready to write it, I got to Google it to figure out how to write karaoke. That is bad. That is so bad on my part.
Wait, so then there's this other debate about salmon. Salmon.
I
say salmon.
Yeah.
Evidently,
I think
I'm ridiculous.
No, I think we grew to that as a people because we always said salmon when we was kids. I want some salmon patties.
The L is not silent.
Right. And then as we got older and supposed to be more educated, we started getting all bougie and started saying salmon. Because now salmon actually bothers me.
Yeah. It bothers me too. There's an L there.
It never bothered me when I was a kid. I want some salmon patties.
Salmon.
Now it's
salmon.
If you don't say salmon, I'm looking at you crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? It's salmon. It's an L there.
Right.
The phone line's over to 440-252-0518. 440-252-0518.
Call in. Tell us, how do you say it?
Yeah. How do you say it? Salmon or salmon? And is it a southern thing? Is it a bougie thing? Is it a grown thing? What is it?
And how do you spell karaoke?
Right. How do you spell? I think the only people that know how to spell karaoke is the ones that go every Wednesday night.
Right.
So they know how to spell it. I don't know why my mind starts to like on fire when I'm trying to think of how to spell that word. Yeah. And I hate having to look in a dictionary every time I want to. Okay, I don't actually look in a dictionary. Of course, I'm Googling, y'all.
That's old school. Look at that.
Like, what is a dictionary? So a couple more things before I get to this last. I told you I was going to start a new section called The Pettiest Thing I've Read This Week. But I got a couple more things I want to get to before that. Next, beard game matters is no longer about beards.
Every time I see there's some chicks in there.
Now, first of all, okay, I'm a member. And yes, there's a lot of women in there. And there's also Dudes that barely got a beard, but they all buff and cut up and man, and they getting 7,000 likes.
Don't be jealous.
I am jealous. I put a lot of work into my beard. I put oils and coconuts and all type of stuff.
But I don't never see them posts. I'm always seeing like girls put your pics up. With real.
Yeah, we get a lot of that too. I'm like, I see all these like dudes in fireman outfits with no shirt on. I'm like, man, this has nothing to do with the beard. So I thought about cutting my beard off. Not for that reason, for real. I just want to change some things up, but I ain't gonna do it. I just thought about it.
Right.
I got some feedback when I said I might do it though. People were not happy.
Posted about that.
Yeah, I said I'm thinking about cutting my beard off. Somebody's like, why? I said, I don't know, I just want to change things up. People like, no. I'm like, okay.
It's your face. Though,
yeah,
so, you know.
Right. And I do like it. So, but I just want to let y'all know, Beard Game Matters is no longer about beards. And, I'm not going to even tell that story because that's sad and I'm angry about it. Rest in peace to Burt Reynolds. That was my boy.
Like an hour or two.
Yeah, that was my boy. And if you've never seen it, this is one of his last performances. A movie called Striptease with Demi Moore. I read that book before I saw the movie. And the movie was pretty much on point with the book. And he just played a character that I just never seen him play that type of character before. Old rich dude that's spending all kind of money having Demi Moore striptease for him at his house.
Now, was he, I think, he was in Smokey and the Bandit, right?
Yeah.
That's what I remember him best.
That's what he really got big in Smokey and the Bandit. And The Longest Yard, the original. Well, he was in the remake too, of The Longest Yard. But he actually was a football player at Florida State. He went there on a scholarship, had an injury, and became this, just like Don the Rock Johnson right now. Went to Florida, had an injury, and ended his football career and became a big star in wrestling and now movies.
He was in Boogie Nights too?
Yeah. Oh, he played a good role in Boogie Nights. I forgot about that one.
Okay.
He's lightweight a gangster, I think, in that one.
Oh.
Yeah. Burt Reynolds was my boy.
He was the man.
Yeah, he was. Rest in peace.
Yeah, so call in with your favorite Burt Reynolds movie if you have one.
Right.
That's another thing people can share about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more into the comedies, though.
Yeah. Smokey and the Bandit was funny. And Jackie Gleason was hilarious in those, too. Him and Sally Field were actually dating in real life back then.
Didn't they marry?
I think so.
They got married,
Yeah, because he was...
Or no, I'm thinking of Lonnie.
Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah.
And, no, Dolly Parton been married. It was just rumored they was messing around. Yeah, Lonnie Anderson, Sally Field, and there's one other one I can't think of. But anyway, Burt been around.
Yeah. Speaking of R.I.P., are we going to talk about it?
Which one?
R.I.P., are we going to talk about it?
R.I.P.
Speaking of funerals and losses?
Okay, so we've already mentioned John McCain and Aretha Franklin last week, but how long is too long?
How long? You talking about a singing?
I mean,
how long?
I'm like, okay, first of all, Aretha Franklin's funeral, I think, was a day before John McCain's.
Yeah.
And it interrupted John McCain's. It was so long.
It ended that night.
Oh, my gosh. It was like, you know what? I did want to bring up, how do you feel about the Reverend? You know, the family. Yeah, you're right. And I can't think of his name. Jasper?
The one who had the booby in his hand, supposedly.
Yeah, that was.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to get, because, everybody's in their feelings on both sides, really, really heavy. And for trauma victims, is really, really heavy for them.
Right.
But only thing I'm gonna say about that, and I'm gonna leave it there because I really don't want us to.
Right. Yeah.
What color is a lemon when you're wearing blue tinted shades? What color?
Green.
No, the lemon is yellow, but you see it through blue shade glasses. Sometimes we have to become aware of what tint our glasses are.
Right.
And that may be skewing how we see things or making it more than what it is. So, I don't think that you never know.
Right.
I don't think he intentionally took
Right.
This is why when I had a discussion this morning, I don't think he intentionally took an opportunity to grab at somebody on a global stage because it's a global funeral.
In front of
but what he
billions
didn't
of
do
people.
was be self-aware of himself and what he was doing. That's where his problem is, and a lot of times our problem is discussing it with another male. You've never been the female to get that weird hug from an old man.
Yeah. And she was so much shorter than him. I didn't really pay that a whole lot of attention. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I looked at it like,
I saw it. I can see what people see.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm thinking, why was he not cognizant of what he was doing too? That's all I'm gonna leave with that. You know,
but I was talking about the pastor who
the eulogy.
When he started going off about black lives don't matter to black people until we stop.
Yeah. So, and here's the thing, on my opinion on that. Having been trained in ministry, and my old pastor used to say that funerals is the best. He loves them more than weddings because it is an opportunity. Souls are in an open, vulnerable place where you can minister to them instead of taking that opportunity to work for God.
Right.
He did what he wanted to do, and that's why both of them have reaped their troubles or their consequences because they did not stay in their proper position.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion.
I agree 100%. 100%. I mean, I get it. Every funeral I've ever been to, that's happened. They take that opportunity to call.
You minister to where they're
but
at.
But this is different.
You took us time to
I think this is different.
Stage.
Maybe a couple sentences, a paragraph.
He said he eulogized for 45, 50 minutes.
At least. Like, dude.
Why?
You need to. People were leaving. People were leaving because they was waiting too long for their turn.
I would have. Wait, did you see
TD Jakes was like,
pew. Did you see the lady sleep with her head back?
Oh, somebody got a picture and they made a meme out of it.
Get your rest, ma'am. Yes. So, but the most, I haven't seen all of it. First of all, singing, they sang my song Precious Memories, and Fantasia sang my song Precious Lord. But Smokey Robinson singing My Buddy, even though people laughed at the way he sound, it still was one of the sweetest.
Smokey Robinson can sing the alphabet. He's one of those people that can just, whatever he sings, it's just like.
I mean, whatever he sings sounds like Smokey. I ain't gonna say it's like.
Yeah. But I mean, if you think about his history with Detroit, Aretha, Motown, all that, I mean, he can get that off. Everybody can't do that.
His voice. But him singing My Buddy was so sweet to me. That was the sweetest thing of the whole time.
Right. So we got to take a quick break. And we're going to come back in a short minute. I don't know what we're going to listen to, but we're going to hear something real quick. And we're going to continue with the 1-year anniversary of the Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reeves show. I'm going to tell y'all how I got the name of the show, how the show got started, and all that. And we got one more topic that we got to hit on, the pettiest thing I've read this week. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Nina Hunt from Los Angeles, California. I listen to Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reeves, Thursday nights from 6 to 7 on Elevation Radio.
Madam no. Sambinga, Rider Shafi. That one for the proud girl, I'm like, sit for them all over your see. Loud and proud. Oh, snap.
You're proud of your shape, proud of your size, proud of your looks and you're proud of your style, proud of your body, your bumper and thighs, you're proud of your complexion, so kill him with a smile. Proud of your shape, proud of your size, proud of your looks and you're proud of your style, proud of your body, your bumper and thighs, you're proud of your complexion, so kill him with a smile.
One bless, proud of me body, no need no gym now, follow everybody, me body firm, no. The natural body when them need service. Anyway, you come be must deserve this. Set him reservation, reserve this. Serve me pan a platter, yeah, deserve this.
Proud of your shape, proud of your your size, proud of your looks and you're proud of your style. Proud of your body, your bumper and thighs. You're proud of your complexion, so kill him with a smile. Proud of your shape, proud of your size, proud of your looks and you're proud of your style. Proud of your body, your bumper and thighs. You're proud of your complexion, so kill him with a smile.
No girl can't with me down, no with no open and no aisle. Once slow me down, come me, I kill them with the style. Can't lick me chip, cause it not come with no file. Good girl, I feel proud, tell them all they want. Sitting fat, get heavy weighted. Good brains, well educated. Bumper high, well elevated. Skin clean, yeah, never tainted. To every girl, this dedicated from
you're proud of your shape, proud of your size, proud of your looks and you're proud of your style. Proud of your body, your bumper and thighs. You're proud of your complexion, so kill him with a smile. Proud of your shape, proud of your size, proud of your looks and you're proud of your style. Proud of your body, your bumper and thighs. You're proud of your complexion, so kill him with a smile. So kill him with a smile. Something right at your feet. Tiffany Malvo.
Oh, you mean? Come on, got it like that.
Yeah, we are back. We had a little reggae jumping off right there on the break. We're back on Let's Be Real show with Greg Bam Reeves. And it's one more thing I want to talk about before I get to the... let me say this real quick. For those that can see me on Facebook, yeah, I'm representing the JFK Eagles. Yeah, right. Because we had a little... I don't know why y'all want to compete with us. Y'all know y'all do y'all thing, Shaw High Cardinals. No, because they had their reunion same day as us, which I didn't really like because I go to Shaw reunion every year.
So did they have their reunion the same day as y'all, or did y'all have y'all reunion on the same day as them?
We had our reunions on the same day.
Everybody knows Shaw is having theirs. Oh
Lord, I didn't. I ain't know.
They do it every year.
I ain't know it was that day.
A diploma just so I can go to the Shaw reunion.
I go every year, unless it's on the same day as Kennedy's, like this year. I always go to Shaw. I got a lot of. I got too many Shaw friends. Y'all just flooded my timeline with all that foolishness.
I didn't even know people in high school that was at Shaw.
I mean, they still got dancers and cheerleaders and stuff at there. Like, God, they do it.
They had the band.
They really do it. But I enjoyed our reunion, JFK up at Camp Forbes.
Yes, Ivanka, John Marshall, lawyers, yes.
Y'all had nothing whatsoever to do with this weekend. Y'all think it was like 2 weekends ago. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with it.
And they ain't even invite us. So.
Right, exactly. Y'all didn't know until I mentioned it on my radio show. That's crazy.
It was like the older white people.
Right, yeah.
Because, we had
that's what I heard.
That racial divide on our alumni.
We were talking about that a lot at Kennedy's too, because our class president was light skinned from the West Side.
Well, it was my year but the 60s and 70s people who run our stuff.
Yeah.
They are older white people, and so after busing and all that, then here we come.
Right.
And so when it comes to alumni stuff, we kind of be out of the loop.
Yeah.
We didn't really start really paying attention till they started dogging one of the teams for taking a knee.
I remember that.
All kinds of racist stuff was coming out in the group. And I made a suggestion that we make this public since y'all have such strong opinions. And then they all just disappeared. So.
I'm glad you brought that up. Phone lines open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Since you mentioned people taking a knee, the pettiest thing I've read this week, outrageous fans are cutting Nike swooshes off apparel after Kaepernick announcement. For those of you who don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't know, but Nike, excuse me, Nike has made Colin Kaepernick the face of their 30-year anniversary of the Just Do It campaign. I'm gonna tell you, I need some water. I love Nike. I was never a huge Nike person before because I have wide feet and most Nikes fit tight on me, so I was always a Reebok guy until Reebok fell off the map. So now I just walk around in Nikes like women in high heel shoes. Feet just hurt, but I'm getting a New Balance. I can't do New Balance is for those other folks that
right,
Nike. Yeah,
but okay, so
the orange supporters.
So you see them burning their stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see the Nike response or the possible? We aren't sure. Did somebody create this themselves, or did Nike make this?
Yeah, I don't know.
But did you see it? How to burn their stuff?
Yeah,
it was
like
hilarious.
Like make sure you're 5 feet away.
Douse it with water when you're done.
So, the memes have been hilarious. I thought the Cardi B memes were like the funniest thing I've ever seen. These Nike memes are killing it right now.
Did you see the New Balance one?
No, I didn't see the New Balance. Yeah. So people are so outraged. This is the genius of Nike, though. Let me get to this first. The genius of Nike. So they got a contract with the NFL until like 2028 worth billions of dollars. And then behind the scenes, they've given Colin Kaepernick a contract. That's why Colin Kaepernick was a free agent. He's like, man, I ain't got to play. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, here comes 30-year anniversary coming up, and bam, they just hit him. Not only they got Colin Kaepernick as the face, they got Serena. Mm-hmm. They designed her suit that is now banned in the French Open.
Oh, okay.
They got the greatest female athlete to ever live.
Mm-hmm.
They got LeBron James, who is arguably the greatest male athlete who's ever lived. They got Odell Beckham Jr. They got the best of the best.
They even have one, a young lady with a Nike, is it hijab? How do you say it?
I know it's J-I-B. I mean, J-I-H-A-B. Yeah.
But here's the thing, because, you got people saying, they're just doing it because it's a marketing, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't make a statement and make money at the same time. That's what I do for a living. What are people talking about? Oh, they're just doing it for the money. I'm just...
So?
I'm in private practice for the money. I'm not giving away the counseling for free.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Nike could one day do something that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't buy Nike because of what they represent. I'm buying because I like the stuff they sell.
Right.
And I'm going to always buy stuff that I like, no matter the... Now, okay, what was that? H&G?
H&M.
H&M. When they came out that little monkey shirt.
They knew what they was doing.
I was never buying stuff from them anyway, and I won't.
But knowing the global issue that they were having and stuff that was going on in South Africa and everything, they were making a statement too.
Yeah.
So don't say people can't make a statement without making money.
Right.
Ivanka says, I like that Nike is supporting Colin, but Nike still has sweatshops. Figure out what side of history you want to be on.
True.
Yeah.
Because I remember in '83 when I was in Korea, you can get a pair of Nikes for $5.
Mm-hmm.
They just had like barrels of them in the middle of the store, just it was Value City furniture. Value City.
The old Value City.
Yeah.
Woolworths.
So yeah, I get that, but yeah, that's you had to bring that up.
It's something.
No, that is true.
But I think
it's very
probably
true.
a lot of stuff that we wear and everything is quote unquote sweatshops too. So I don't want. A lot of times we will crucify one company.
Yeah.
Instead of raising the standard of all companies. So, but in this sense, they have decided to okay, you're not going to let this man play.
Right.
He's going to play during every game.
Yeah. Because the very first NFL game of the 2018 season is tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia, the champions, against Atlanta, and they will be airing his commercial.
Yep. He will be playing every game. How about that?
And the NFL can't do anything about it. Nothing.
Because they're in a 19-year
the contract is to 2028.
Yeah.
So now Mr. Dude in the White House, now what?
Right.
Now Mr. Jerry Jones wants to, what are you going to do?
What did he say? Who's calling my phone this time?
Right. That is the pettiest thing.
I have to ignore this call because I don't know who it might be.
Right.
After this call is over, I'll be able to pull up the tweet
right.
that the president put out.
But yeah, and what if you research, if you did the history on any company that you've bought something from,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to find something you don't like. Because I mean, it's capitalism, so there's going to be some negative things. I don't know of a company. There might be the one that exists, but I don't know of a company that hasn't done anything that I don't like. If I looked hard enough, I'm just right now. I'm gloating on the thing I do like.
Here's your
The dude. Yeah.
Just like the NFL, whose ratings have gone way down, big letters, Nike is getting absolutely killed with anger and boycotts. I wonder if they had any idea that it would be this way. As far as the NFL is concerned, I just find it hard to watch and always will until they stand up for the flag.
Okay, let me say this real quick.
Killed.
He is still mad because he tried his little USFL back in the day, and NFL crushed him. Mm-hmm. He thought he could own a football league, so he's already mad at NFL. Secondly, Nike does not have to sell another thing to us in the public because they made billions off the NFL already.
But okay, so what you're saying is that basically in his mindset is, I own you now because I'm the president. Is that his attitude?
That's what he thinks.
Because I'm the president.
Dude, you need to be worried about Putin and Kim Jong-un and
world affairs. How about that?
Man, why are you worried about football?
So, and then Nike's getting absolutely killed with anger and boycott. He's talking about the people burning their stuff in their backyard. That's getting
burning
killed.
shoes while they on their feet. And let me tell you, this is why I said this was petty. You cutting out the swooshes, but you're going to still wear them? I mean, for real?
Right.
That's your protest?
Right. You going to cut?
Y'all are so goofy.
Is that the silent protest that they're saying they want people to do instead of... Is that the proper silent protest?
This is so... It's unbelievable that America has come to this, for real.
So one of my friends put on his wall, he said he supports his right to protest, but what he feels like is, if anyone protests politically on the job, if I did it, I would lose my job. If I did something political on my job, I'd lose my job. First of all, no, you wouldn't. You have EEOC. There's no one ever loses it over political stuff. Faith-based choices, sometimes when you won't serve certain people, then you lose your job because you're not doing your job. Mm-hmm. But he said it's not like he's acting like he's getting persecuted. And so I brought up a point that's only one person laughed at, I guess, because they don't want to, people don't want to hear reason.
Yeah.
I said, Colin hasn't took a knee since 2016.
Right.
So yes, he is getting persecuted.
Yeah. He's unemployed.
Right.
Technically. He got a contract.
And you want to take that away.
Yeah.
For something he did 2 years ago.
Exactly.
That's persecution.
I just can't wrap my head around the thinking. First of all, it doesn't make sense when we compare our jobs to football is entertainment, sports and entertainment. Mm-hmm. That's not like you actually punching a clock and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's different. Like, okay, that's like saying Marvin Gaye can't sing what's going on. He's an entertainer. Mm-hmm. That's part of what he does. So yeah, that's exactly where you should protest, where everybody can see, everybody watching. Yeah, I go in my job protesting. Yeah, I would get fired and arrested and jailed and prosecuted and all that. But I'm not an entertainer. I'm a low-level, case manager. It's different.
Ivanka says she lost her job for speaking out about music. No, you didn't, Ivanka. You lost your job because you was doing stuff that they wanted you to do for them. It was a control tactic. If you look at her termination, it has nothing to do with her saying anything politically.
Right.
So... there's protections. You don't it's not a fireable offense.
Yeah.
But Ivanka, on the other hand, was building something on the side, and we got that.
Right.
And the crabs in the crab barrel mentality, because it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't them.
It wasn't them. So well.
Just to set the record straight, Ivanka, and that's why you shining now.
That's right.
Why you shining now.
That's right. They was in your way anyway. Mm-hmm. So we I'm gonna have to curb this conversation for a minute because I got to get to my 1 year anniversary. But I could do I could do about 2 hours on this subject because this is just like
which one, the knee or something?
Yeah, the whole Nike thing, because this is so they're paid already. People, they're paid. You can start wearing. And I told somebody the other day. Well, actually, I posted it. I'm like, white people protesting Nike is like black people protesting mayonnaise. It's not making a bit of difference.
Right.
It is not making a bit of. And instead of burning those shoes, give them to some. I know some homeless veterans that love to have them.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? Donate them. You don't want them. You ain't got to burn them. You ain't got to destroy them. Donate them. You care so much about this country.
They'll burn them for a week,
Yeah.
and everything is going to go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, are we drinking our straws now? Are we back to having straws again?
I got to say one more thing. It was so hilarious. Somebody posted a picture of a Nike. They were white with a little silver swoosh and a black trim. Somebody said, the only people protesting Nike would be people that wear these.
I put that on my wall.
Oh, that was you? Okay, so I'm in the Social Security office. 3 older white men walked in with those exact shoes. I was dying. I was so unprofessional. If my supervisors would have saw me, I'd be fired right now. I just could. I was going to sneak and take pictures and post. I'm like, okay, I can't do that. That would be totally.
So this was my question about, people are like, don't buy shoes, buy stock. If we all stopped buying the shoes and only bought stock,
the stock would drop.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm no stock.
Yeah.
Math has been a worse subject in life, but it just don't sound right to say don't buy shoes.
I get where they what their process. Yeah, what they're trying to say, but nah, because it's like this: the percentage of protesters that'll stop buying Nike is not going to be enough for you to afford Nike stock. It's not
right.
This is like I just said. White people protesting.
I mean, we should learn to invest
Nike.
so we can develop wealth.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
But to say don't buy shoes, buy stock is like no. You'd probably do both.
Yeah.
If you can do
right.
both.
Yeah.
That's how you build wealth. But that I was always a bit confused about it. I keep reading. I'm like, but if everybody stops buying shoes, then the stock won't be worth nothing.
Well, everybody be buying a T-shirt still.
Oh. Okay.
I guess I don't know. I'm trying to help out. But thank you all, Nanika, Ivanka,
happy birthday.
all you people telling me happy anniversary. Thank you so much. So let me give you a little bit of background on the Let's Be Real show. So one day last year in August, I got an inbox from a young lady that said she didn't know me, had no idea when we became Facebook friends, but she wanted me to come on her radio show. And I'm blown away. I'm like, sure. I was going through a bad time in my life at the time, so I thought that was like a sign from God that things would get a little better. And it turned out to be Darnella Allen. And I was on her morning show Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock. I will live until I die. And I had a great time. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. It was funny because at that time I was DJing. And I'm like, ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to be up at 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't get off till 2. But God woke me up and drove me here because I know I didn't drive. But anyway, I got here, did the show. After the show, Darnella and Robin offered me my own show. And I was blown away. I'm like, wow, I thought the interview went pretty good, but I didn't know it went that good. And she was like, no, God told me to do this before I even asked you to be on my show. So I felt like this was God ordained, and I was all for it. And then we were talking about a name for the show. And my first thought was Be Real with Bam Reeves. I thought that had a nice little ring to it. And Darnella was like, don't you want people to know your name? You should use your whole name. How about Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reeves? I'm like, okay. You the angel God sent my way, so I'm going on what you say. And my very first show, Clotia Mack, my sunshine, co-hosted with me. And my very, very first guest was Bashir Jones, who was running for councilman, and after my show was elected because of my show. He ain't gonna tell you that. I'm telling you, he got elected because of my show. But
You're just gonna claim that.
yeah, I'm claiming that one.
Okay.
That's right. Because there were people that were like, they ain't like Bashir. I'm like, y'all gonna like him when you see him on my show. But anyway, so that was my very first show. And
he really only had like 15 minutes to give you.
Yeah.
But he wound up giving you a lot more because he just liked the energy. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, because initially we were told, because I'm thinking I got him for the whole hour. And then I found out.
And we thought he was coming in the studio.
And I started panicking. I'm like, ooh, this is my first time ever doing anything on the radio. I'm like, what am I going to do for 45 minutes? But it turned out great. Clotilde was great, made me comfortable. Bashir was great. And since then, I feel like the show is getting better and better. I think about this show every day, and I'm working to make it better. I've been asked, like, when people hear about my show, they're like, what is your show about? My show is about everything, because I've always been a fan of variety shows, and I got so many different ideas and interests, and so I didn't want to pigeonhole my show into like one thing. I want to talk about, like what it says in the advertisement, the things that are important in our community. I want you to laugh. I want you to learn. I want you to think. I want to do all of those things. So my show is, like my producer called it, what did you call it, smorgasbord or?
Potpourri.
Potpourri, there you go. Potpourri. Smorgasbord, potpourri, same difference. I've had models come on here talk about depression. I've had, that was Nasay Harris. Love me some Nasay. I've had a couple of comedians, Spike Lee and Dana Austin. I've had a couple of people come on talking about nutrition and fitness with Nova, my boy Delante, and Felicia Kim Smallwood, huh?
A few rappers.
Yeah, I had a few rappers. I had a few rappers.
I have another request for you in my inbox, because I'm not going to do them on my show.
Okay. Okay.
But I think they were connected to someone else that you had. So
okay.
I got another rapper who wants to come through.
Okay, that's cool.
Another artist.
I love the kids. Yeah, but we've had politicians, rappers, singers, authors, Tito Bradley, AJ Francis, Ms. BBC. I've even had other radio hosts, Marlene Sparks. Yeah, I've had a little bit of a masseuse.
Yeah, I say massage therapist. What else did you have? We're missing somebody.
We're missing a lot of people, because I save all my advertisements. I'm like, I'm not gonna remember all these people, but it's been a great year. It was somebody in particular that just got stuck in my mind.
I'm almost, but it's an opportunity for different people to be able to come through the studio who probably wouldn't get a chance to share what they do, and you're giving them that on here.
And then my buddy Tracy Wiley had her guy
herself. Yvanka was on your show.
Oh yeah, Yvanka. Yvanka was on. All of the Elevations family has been. We had a family show one time with everybody from Elevation, and that was a fun show. That was a really fun show. And like I was about to say, Tracy Smiley, her dude, Sam Poetry has contributed some music that you hear in between shows.
A couple record label people.
Yeah. We've had, Lavelle Jones and Joy Bounds. And Joy had the two little girls by the pool. Like, man, we was up here. The weather was not great that day here.
They out there
They
chilling.
frolicking in the pool. Barely paying me any attention. But
so how would people, if they want to suggest a topic or come through the studio with you, how would they get a hold of you?
Okay, well, you can email me at letsbereal63@yahoo.com. You can hit me up on my Facebook page. Actually, I have a Let's Be Real with Greg Bam Reeves Facebook page that you can like and send messages there. You can send it straight to Elevations Radio or Greg Bam Reeves on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do all that. So,
thank you for your 1 year, sir.
Right. Thanks for having me. And unfortunately, we got to go. But make sure You watch the game tonight so you can see Colin Kaepernick's commercial. I cannot wait. So anyway, like I always say, develop your hunger for knowledge and feed it. Pick up a book and read it. Set a goal and see it through. And always, always believe in you. Peace and love, fam.
Told you